Jalen Tate played at Northern Kentucky in the shadow of these guys the last 3 years. I remember when you guys beat UCA, Jalen said he knew how those guys would play so hard because he knew how he'd play against Kentucky. What do you think of his game? What do you think it means? I know it means a lot to everybody, but for him to have been in this state, and just how would you describe, the rebound he got, the free throws he hit? That's really, a lot of pressure and clutch play there.
Yeah, I mean, I was really proud. Obviously, playing in the state, he knows all about the Wildcats and how they dominate the state of Kentucky. So I'm sure Michael will grab him as well, and he could give you a little bit more. But I think for all of our guys, it's a big win. Like I said, it's always big to win on the road. It's always big to win a close game. So I think everybody is excited, and we'll get on the plane, a happy plane, and then we'll start focusing on Missouri because they're a great team, and we got to go to their place and see what we can do in another road game.
And I know Jalen's an older guy, experienced, but those are, pressure free throws. And what do you think of just how he handled that whole, getting the board, hitting the free throws, giving you guys the lead at Rupp?
Yeah, I mean, a huge free throws, obviously. I mean, that is a tremendous, tremendous amount of pressure for somebody to step in and make those shots. And, even a timeout's called, where he's got more time to think about it. And I actually think that was good. I think he got to catch his breath a second. And it was funny because he said, hey, after I make this free throw, make sure we get into what we work on every day, which is our prevent defense. Because we're supposed to match up full court right away and react immediately upon a ball going through the net. So I thought that his ability to coach the team and remind them to be in our prevent, and the confidence that he had to say that I'm going to make the shot and then we're going to get into prevent was pretty unique in a college timeout.
I know this was just your second Arkansas-Kentucky game, but Arkansas hadn't beaten these guys in 7 years. And I know this isn't, your vintage Kentucky, but they're still very talented. They're still Kentucky. It's still Rupp Arena. Just how big is it to stop the bleeding against these guys?
Yeah, I think it's huge. I mean, everybody in the basketball world that's a basketball fan. I mean, last night after our dinner when the players all, went up to their rooms, our staff sat around and we did a little University of Kentucky trivia on their coaches and Adolph Rupp and how many years he coached and how many years Joe B. Hall coached here, and Rupp's runts and Pat Riley playing center, and all of us kind of chimed in and we were looking at Wikipedia. So, obviously there's so much history in this building, that it does mean something.
Okay, I got a couple more. I'll turn it back over to Mike. Thanks, Eric.
Thanks, Bob.
Nate Allen.
Yeah, Eric, can you describe kind of Devo's anticipation on intercepting the big pass to Isaac?
Yeah, he's got great anticipation, and I had put him in before for defensive purposes, and we were in switching on our pick and rolls, and Jalen Williams' man slipped it. So Devo stayed on his own. Jalen wasn't able to recover back quick enough, to Olivier Saw. That was Saw's last three. And so I took Devo out and tried to explain, hey, even on a slip or a ghost screen, we still probably got to switch that thing because we didn't want to give up a three. And he regathered, went back in, thought he did a great job, both offensively and defensively there the last few seconds.
Also, can you comment on Vanover's impact in the first half and Jalen Williams' impact in the second half? Yeah,
I thought both guys gave us, something different. Obviously, Connor's 2 3 balls in the first half were very important for us. And I thought Vance Jackson played really, really, really good basketball in his minutes in the first half. And it was a struggle not to get him back in the game because I thought he played so well in the first half. But just a really, really good team win. I thought, almost everybody on the roster really contributed tonight.
Thank you.
Curtis.
Hey, Coach, I wanted to ask you about that stretch, probably the last 5 minutes or so of the first half. You had some foul trouble with Moses, Connor, and Justin all had 2 fouls. You mentioned Vance stepping up there, but how key was it for those guys to step in down the stretch in the end of the first half and then extend things early in the second half for you?
I thought it was huge. Obviously, we rely on Moses so much offensively. And I made a decision. I thought this game was going to be close, Curtis, down the stretch. I mean, I didn't feel that there was enough separation, and I knew that this was they were desperate for this game as well. And so I decided to make it, to hold those guys on the bench when they had 2 fouls. And I thought JD gave us a good offensive burst there in the first half, and we ran some pick and rolls. I thought Vance made great decisions as well, and then Jalen Williams in his second stint in the first half was really good as well.
Hutch.
Yeah, Coach, after taking only 6 in the first half, y'all went 15 of 17 from the free throw line in the second half. Was that a point of emphasis to get to the free throw line? What was the key to that?
Yeah, I mean, I just felt like in the first half that, the aggressor got to the foul line, the aggressor going to the rack, and Kentucky was rewarded with that. And so I said, we've got to tip the scale on the free throws attempted. We can't continue to watch them trot to the foul line. And the only way that you can, get to the line is to be overly aggressive. And so certainly I did not want us to settle for threes. I wanted us to try to score points in the paint or try to draw FTAs, because that's exactly what Kentucky was doing. And I thought that we just settled a little bit too much in the first half and didn't get to the line, get into the bonus early enough.
Scotty?
Yeah, Coach, your freshmen had their fingerprints, I feel like, all over this game, making some veteran-like plays in some key moments. What do you think that says about their poise and the confidence of those 3 guys?
I mean, I think those 3 guys continue to get better and better. I really do, Scotty. I think that, you think about, 3 freshmen, the minutes that, that they're out there and they're contributing. And then you add in that Connor's only a sophomore. That's a lot of young players out there that are playing in big games on the road, and have not just playing, but having a big impact. And I think that all of us can see the growth that's been made, with all of them. I think Moses continues to get better. I think Devo continues to get better, as does Jalen Williams.
Randy.
Eric, what was a good reason for 11 to 14 on the layups? And then did you consider playing more zone based upon the fact that Kentucky was lights out from 3-point, 14 of 26 for 54%. Did you consider playing more zone?
No, we played 2 possessions. The first one, we caught him off guard, which is what we wanted to do, Randy. And then the second time, Brooks just dove to the middle of the zone and scored it. And quite frankly, Randy, the game plan was to give up the 3. That's on me. That's not on our players. Any criticism about them making 14 3 balls can be put squarely on my shoulders and not the players' shoulders whatsoever. That was the game plan. They executed it. We were willing to live with the 3 based on the numbers, both in conference play and non-conference play. So all 14 of those, stick them right on my shoulder.
What about the layups, Eric? What led to the 11 to 14 for Arkansas in regards to layups? That's been something you've felt that was a lacking area.
Randy, we've worked on it a lot. We've worked on pre-practice individually. We've worked on it as a team. We had 1-minute stations all week of reverse layup, 2-foot jump stop layup, pump fake, kick outs, drive it, pump fake off 2 feet. Probably worked more on layups over the last 6 days than I've worked on in 6 years as a college coach, but we need it.
Thank you, Coach.
Hayden.
Hey, Muzz, sorry, Scotty kind of stole my thunder. I wanted to ask about the freshmen and mainly just the mental strength that they had, all those guys growing up here in the state, thinking about maybe playing Kentucky, and just the mental discipline that they had, even when you go down right there with seconds to go, able to Devo drives, tries to make a play at the rim, and just really their mental discipline to go to Rupp and play that well.
Yeah, Hayden. I mean, I think, like I said, that those guys are really developing. They're gaining confidence. I mean, we were at Oklahoma State under a minute. I told Devo from the sideline to just take it to the cup. He did. Tonight, I told him to just take it to the cup. He's not really established as a go-to player for us. But now, 2 games, I've told him in transition to get to the basket because I think he can beat his own man. I think it allows us rebounding angles because he's so quick. And when he dribble drives, he always brings an extra defender because he gets by his own man. And I think that we're seeing growth with all 3 of them from a confidence standpoint, from a comfort standpoint, playing in this league as well.
Bob, final question, Bob.
Eric, the 5 straight SEC wins now. How good is that? To keep that going.
No, it's awesome. I mean, it's hard to win a game in this league. Probably nobody's happier. I'm going to end with this than my wife. She gets a happy husband coming home until we go to Missouri.